Nothing spookier. I don't know. There's not like a pumpkin-shaped ship. There's just... I don't know. Slugoween. With your old pal, the Slug Sea. You're a pal, my pal. Most people like this ship. Yeah, it's cool. The data you carry, it's vital to the remaining Federation fleet. Need supplies for the journey. Make sure So make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing fleet. You can catch up. You want to join the Pumpkin? Would you like your slug to be called Pumpkin? Pumpkin Dragon. There you go. So, the only real weakness of this ship is Zoltan shields. Early on, just because this weapon is so slow. Hacking or cloaking can be a little bit of an issue too. Most of them don't have a very long cloak. Oh, what a weird way out. We got like a bit of a donut here. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. This is a very tough sector to map here. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think I do want to go 1, 2, 3 here. So we go down, around, and back up. I lost my last city run from not seeing cloaking in 10 stores. Ugh. I just finished up an NGA run where I saw no weapons in the first 4 stores and ended up going teleporter Hermes hacking. And then I like lost my human where I just like moved it late. Alright, these are the kind of fights you probably want to see. Masala maneuver. And so I was really spooky because I had a Mantis and 2 NGs on a boarding ship. Now let's just see if we can get... Maybe they'll punch the missile offline. They did punch the missile offline. Okay. Alright. That's kind of interesting. Now I can try and get a crew kill. Frank FC got like another cycle too and no pause. That's 4 that they have now. Alright, repair is canceled, and now everybody's fighting in the room. Get a little value shot in there, plus breaking the weapons completely. Get ourselves a crew kill. This really only works against 3 enemy crew, because if there's more crew, they can bust down the door. Unless it's like rocks. Rocks on some layouts are really slow being able to get there. I need to catch up, but I keep having runs like the Slug C one. I felt like I had just such a brutal stretch of RNG with FTL. Like, all my average numbers were just dropping. And then they kind of started behaving for a little bit. One win in 5. Keep rolling bottom 5 ships. Yeah, I kind of like going back to like just like picking ships, so I can just be in a good headspace. Well, generally speaking, I don't know. I've been missing, like there's like been like micro stuff that I missed. Most of my macro has been pretty fine. Well, I don't know. Last night, like I said, my NGA run, I sold the Hermes, and I should not have sold the Hermes. I lucked into finding a second glaive that run, like in Sector 8, and that kind of became how I was able to kill the flagship. Mistimed cloak, and it got demolished by the drone somehow. I guess that's what happens when you're rusty. Yeah. Like, FTL kind of feels like you should be able to just jump into it. You're like, I remember all this stuff, but, like, if for me, if I'm not, like, playing it pretty consistently, it's just, like, so many little things kind of, like, fall through the cracks. And then it's just like, oh, I'm supposed to be paying attention to, like, all this stuff that I just wasn't. Put all your slugs in the mind control room so you can predict the future, like in the documentary Minority Report. Hello, Dern. How's it going? Like, Billy Wynn Kirby's been back to playing FTL. And it's kind of been interesting. He was, gosh, he was Lanius B. And it was funny. So he really wasn't doing, like, the board into shield strats. He was just boarding into weapons, mind controlling them, and, like, trying to break the weapons as fast as possible that way. But, like, bought a flak in a store, found a free flak, then found another free flak before the end of Sector 2. But, like, delayed buying shields until the midpoint of Sector 2. And then got, like, a reloader and was just flackening everything. Look at the same... Oh, it's Fight the Pilot. Ugh. Coke early before the drone surge my pilot down. Aww. Yeah, like I said, I had swapped to the boarding with like a human and mantis and both my engines running on my ship, and I was like, all right, this could work. And then I was counting hits, and I was like, all right, I'm 2 hits from death. And I started doing the micro pause, and like I got hit. And then like there was just like a flutter micro pause, and I tried moving them, and then they got hit again before they left the room. And I was just like, wait, what? Did I just get double tapped somehow? And then so I was down to using an NG and a Mantis for boarding. And then, like I said, I got to the flagship, and so I'm NGA. I have a bunch of crew. I have a bunch of Mantises, but it's still a medical unit. And I had Glaive, Pike Beam, Charge Ion, and Burst 1. With no cloaking. And I was trying to crew kill phase 1 of the flagship fight. It was, yeah, it somehow worked. Because I opted to hack shields, which is not how I normally do the boarding strategy there. Very much not how I normally do the boarding strategy. And I, like, killed them in piloting. And then I used, like... So I killed piloting, was able to drop it to level 2 piloting, pipe beam through piloting, so that it had no dodge, and able to put 2 shots into missiles. And I was like, oh, all right, like, this is pretty good. And then I mistimed the hack, and I missed the next time to do that. I'll fight this ship. Aw, should almost, like, not need a drone part here. But we'll play it super safe. Yeah. Like, but there was, like, just fights where I had to, like, wait out missiles. There was... I got 2 free glaives and a free burst laser 3. I didn't use the first glaive, but I did use the second glaive, and I used the burst. Like, that was just like, alright, this is how I'm gonna kill auto ships. With my burst laser 3... Easy fights. Now we just need stuff. And so I got it for free on NG8 and saved me one drone part before I sold it. Value! I have used, so that's now the 4th time that I can recall using the Burst Laser 3. One time, oh, that's my jumping point. Oh, that's so creepy. Because, like, I should go to it for the safety. Well, I guess I was looking for the store, so whatever. I used it on Stealth A because I had the halberd and the starting weapons, but no hacking, so I had to sell halberd beam. I sold halberd beam to buy the burst lasers, just so I could, like, have enough projectiles to get, like, through the enemy ship. I probably made a million mistakes that run before I got to that point. I used it on Zoltan C. Teleporter. I used it on Zoltan C for a little bit. Because you already I had like 4 power. Like that was like the weapon that I used to kind of like save on drone parts and actually like hurt ships and target them. So like both those calls were good. I tried using it on Kestrel B because I had like not found any weapons, and I was like, oh, I should like force this because I had hacking, and it was like that was just such a massive mistake. I should have just shield hacked, and I almost died like the very next fight because it was just so slow. And I was just like, dude, why don't you just like hack shields and take your shot at like shooting their weapons before they're a threat instead of waiting 19 seconds and letting them have like, I was just like, this terrible call. And then last night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess. Something or other. Totally gonna try to be a hero. Oh, okay. Oh, they got an anti-personnel bot. Alright. That is one dead Zoltan. Alright, let's do the silly training thing. Can't shoot them, but... yeah, but I could very much have lost the run from that NGA run. I put it up or on YouTube. I don't know. I was talking with Mike. I was really curious at, and probably have been for a while, like players' approach. Is this the disco ship? Sure. Hey, Farb. And I really wanted to understand how players like approach the game in terms of like how their upgrading is. Slugs are basically snails, right? Yeah, they're homeless snails, right? Because I was watching, this was Dolphin like a couple months ago or a month or so ago, where Dolphin very much like pushes to like do the dives as early as possible. Also, hello, Dig Dug. And he was playing Kestrel B and just kept passing on hull 2. He's just like, I don't like hull 2. And I was like, I mean, you still kind of want more shots. And then came across another one when he was in like 3 shielded territory. And then just died because he just could not kill ships. And I was just like, well, like, why aren't you just buying shots? Like, the idea that there's like, I get why people have preferences for weapons, like we all do. Like, I would rather have a flak or something else, or we were done a year ago. But like being behind and seeing shots and passing up on them, it was just like, so like, what is your process for like upgrading against, like on a sector by sector basis? Like, I have that. Oh, they have a clone bay. I don't know. This is curious. I'm gonna take you for the liquor guy. People play a roguelike without understanding what a roguelike is. Yeah, making the best of what it is. I really need to be better about turning my sound back on, because, like, I have these 30-minute, like, sections of, like, oh, no game audio. Okay, well, this bot's gonna get, like, a ton of... So we're just gonna have to shoot the mantis. I don't think I've ever done this before. Like, I mean, I've hacked cloaking this system before, but I really don't know what the actual timing here is. Also, I should just shoot it. I was just saying that, Mikado. Yeah. How's it going? Because that's... I mean, I could, like, try shooting it, but they're a pirate ship. I'm concerned that they're going to run away. And there's the boarding bot. So the boarding bot waits for somebody else to show up before it interferes. So, like, if there's just one crew in the boarding bot, you mind control them. The boarding bot does not attack them. No, well, I guess that works. 18. Thank you for having showed up. We don't have much to offer, but you can patch up my ship. Nice! Free hull repair. Oh, so good. Oh, I lost all the... Oh, I also should move my crew back, so I could have got training there. Oh, mistakes. Silly, silly mistakes. Our weapon system is malfunctioning. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll help you out. Like, so they're following us, right? Like, what are they doing right now? What are they doing right now? Oh, so we do it at FTL. Well, he said he had watched Fry play a bit, so not 100% new. Spent 0 scrap in Sector 1, Sector 2, visits Store 2, and scrap and buys a Vulcan, I think. And there you go. Yeah. FTL is... I mean, you know, I played the game for a while. It's so brutal because, yeah, you as I said, like, I want to understand how people are, like, seeing scaling. Because I'm like, all right, these are the amount of shields that I'm going to be dealing with. I need weapons to crack it. This is the amount of weapons my opponents are expected to have. These are the level of defenses that I need for it. Like, and I'm, like, just hardwired into always being concerned about, like, that. And then it's like... Okay. Oh, that was pretty gross. People don't know the value of the right things at the right times, and it shows in bad runs. Yeah. So what I was doing there is, this is a mic strat, is you let them break the piloting in case it's level 2 piloting, like that, so you're 100%, you get your guarantee shot in. Guaranteed unless you slam into another weapon, apparently. Hadn't considered that. Alright. I can deal with this. This becomes annoying. Cool. Thanks for the follow. I guess struggle to understand the mindset of the game is giving me scrap. I don't understand why I should spend scrap on. I mean, like, if you, the wider array of players you watch and depend, you're just so influenced by their play style, but you don't have the same level of experience that they do. It's like I said, I can watch players go into like sector 2 with single shields on ships, and I'm just like, oh, like, and new players might try that without knowing all the right, like, how you can kind of get away with that with like weapon hacks or something. Use at any given time and know what you need to get, you can't get away with. It's basically that. Yeah. All right, reset the repair. NG versus human. Okay. I mean, at the same time, I've seen, like, high-level FTL players, and I'll explain something to them. I'm just like, oh, this is this. And they're just like, no, I disagree. Oh, what's the part you disagree with? I just disagree. But I like, categorically showed the problem with your idea. And I mean, that's like somebody helping them. So if you don't have somebody kind of like, hey, here's the thing, or this is how this works, or here's an underlying principle that's kind of hard to pick up on. You can agree to disagree. It kind of comes down to more to like, you can say like, I'm not comfortable with something. That makes sense. And maybe just, all right, actual, like, how to feel. Maybe it's people coming from the modern RPG where you get level up flashing alarm telling you it's any time to upgrade and expect the game to tell you what to do. I mean, it's just like any Eternal. The strategies that you need, like, if you just hop into hard mode because you watched like Frag or myself or something along those lines, like, it's gonna be rough. You know, again, I can point to like Dolphin Chemist was starting off with the Stealth B and was like, I don't know, had like 4 or 5 losses in a row because Stealth B. And was just like, I don't understand what Hollow's doing that I'm not. And I was just like, oh, well, it's a completely different approach. Like, because, in part because he starts the streak with that ship, his philosophy isn't survival, it's like winning. So, I would say, like, some of his repair priorities are to just win fights so that he gets enough scrap to get to 50. Like, that's what he's going for. And then Hollow would be like, all right, I need to survive, take the damage, be able to run away, and do a lot of different little things. And again, it's just like, on the outside, it's, I'm doing the same 50 upgrade and, the right swipes at the right times, but if you're just going to keep repeating the Stealth B until you get through it, there's not really an incentive to figure out how to survive when things are going sideways and how to manage to save hull. It's high rolling, basically. I mean, I mean, to some degree, that's it. I don't think he's taking like unnecessary risks per se. Like, he's not like rolling events that are ultra high dangerous, but in terms of like learning the small experience elements of how to win fights or how to survive long enough to stabilize, and like that can be really tough to pick up on. Does he keep those? Yeah. As far as I know, yeah, he does. He keeps it, which means the weapons are always on smart targeting. I always like to use is racing games. People tell the best players, I don't know why I'm not as fast as you at the same thing. And it's like, no, you're not. Your times would be the same. Sure, yeah. I said, FTL is tough. It's really tough because it looks... Everything you really need to know is on the screen. Like I said, here's all your systems. There's your power for them. There's your crew. There's the enemy ship. Here's all their systems. It's all there. And then, like, you just make, like, calls. Even, oh gosh, I remember, so when my 68 streak, I had watched Hollow play some Mantis C. I wanted to see what he was doing with Mantis C. And I was just like, oh, like, that's such a, like, he had sort of adopted the, like, have, like, one crew in weapons while having two crew punch down, or have one crew in shields while having two punch down in weapons and swapping them out to get weapons down. And I was like, oh, I should do that. And then I did it on a ship. Hey, Birdie. How are you? Was I close? Welcome, welcome. So, I'm getting, like, also super technical and not doing fights, but that's how we are on this channel. I explain lots of things. So, I was like, oh, I'll do that, except the ship only had 1x2 rooms, so the strategy just doesn't work. It doesn't work because I can't pull the crew from the room to hold them while having the crew in the other room. Sneck sent me your way? Aw, Sneck's such a sweetheart. And, like, I was just like, oh, I know this wasn't gonna work. I can't put enough crew in the room to do the swap out. Like, I can't swap out from the run room because then the run room is gonna be empty. And I just couldn't maintain it with, like, because I only boarded with 2 crew. And I was like, oh, this wasn't gonna work. And I took, like, 20 points of damage in that fight. And just sitting afterwards, I was like, dude, like, that was never gonna work. Like, you missed the whole point about paying attention to the rooms. We're just gonna vent and ignore them. If my shot gets shot down again, I am gonna be sad. Oh no, we get a double fire. Alright, good, GG's. That's fun. And then again, there's just, like, certain patterns people pick up so much faster than other patterns. It's like, oh my gosh. Massive segue. There's, like, this conversation about the Elden Ring DLC being too difficult. I'm not going to talk about anything specific. But, like, there was all these responses, and it was just like, you do know that build variety makes a huge difference in people's abilities to, like, do fights in that game, right? Alright, cool. I replaced my chain laser with a fire beam variant. That's neat. And so they just... Her name is sweet. Aww. Hey, Snack. It's... So, like, they just never, ever discuss build variety as... And I was just like, how are all these videos that are just like, yeah, you should just get good, or you didn't realize that FromSoft games were difficult? They never talk about build variety and how it's like, oh, well, you went into this fight and it was a struggle for you. I don't know what you did wrong. Well, what they didn't know is that enemy has, like, 60% damage reduction against holy stuff versus it takes additional damage from fire. So if a person has a fire build and the other person has a holy build, the person doing the fire build is doing 3 to 4 times more damage. And boy, you don't really have to learn the fight as much as the other person because you're dealing significantly more damage. Like, that's all Elden Ring, don't you? And it's just like, no, like, it's just numbers, and it's so frustrating because, like, all the discourse is just pretty awful. Oh, of course, you don't want to be a slug. What am I doing? I'm gonna get Dig Dug on board, though. And I don't know. Turns out that teaching is his own skill. That's true. That's true. I would say I'm pretty good about teaching FTL. Somebody had actually posted a comment recently about the, like, why do you hack engines versus piloting, or what's the difference? And I was just like, well, there's a very short difference, which is just like, there's not really much of a difference and you're done. I'm like, no, well, here's like the 5 variations you should possibly be looking out for when you want to hack those two. If you're doing the Scott Onesie Wilson special, hacking piloting makes a lot of sense. If you're in the rock... Good question, because I would go for piloting for dodge chance. So it's the same thing. So the thing is, both like a hack. See, I'll explain it. If you hack engines versus hack piloting, once you engage the hack, it reduces the evasion by 100. Their evasion down to 0, so they're going to get hit. I actually don't know if that affects cloaking. Would cloaking still actually get the 60? Now that I think about it. Anyways, so the reason that most higher players, there's a slight preference to hacking engines on the ship because, like, if you do a beam swipe, like on this ship, and they're trying to run away, I want to hack engines because the pilot will leave, and that stops their FTL from charging. If I hack piloting, then they got to punch through the door. They got to hit it 10 times. And that means their FTL is charging that for that duration. So you can hack engines. Is better. However, if it's like ships are running like later in the game, and you don't have like a lot of damage, you're probably just gonna want to hack and shoot piloting to stop them from running away because you'll only have to hit it like 2-3 times through their shields versus engines. So like there's that choice of, all right, do I hit enough systems that the pilot leaves? In that case, I want to hack engines. And if I can't do that, then I should hack piloting, so I should crush piloting. And it makes it that much harder for them to do repairs. Prevent escape while hacked, but the FTL charge stills while there's someone in piloting. Yeah. Unless, like, if their engines are piloting or broken or why it's hacked, it doesn't get charged. So anti-personnel bot is 2. They could have a repair bot. That's fine. There is, if you're also in the, and I learned this one from Scott, was if you have the Rock Homeworld event, where they're like, they think you're too weak to beat the Rebellion, and then they challenge you, and what you do is you get set up in a solar flare, and their FTL is charging, and you have to stick around longer than they do to get the next part of the quest. While you're in a solar flare, they might have a teleporter, and if that's the case, what can happen is the pilot will leave to start doing repairs on the fires, and they kind of get stuck in this loop of them constantly having to repair the fires. So you actually hack piloting, but you don't engage it. You don't turn on the hacking. You just leave it there so that the pilot can't get out of the room without first breaking down the doors, and it helps their FTL charge and leave. Right. If I was in the tourney, I'd probably start hacking piloting for fast crew kills. With hacking plus MC, you can get versus 5 enemy crew. Yeah, I did some playtesting of like how to get crew kills done faster, because the tournament, there was an FTL tournament that was supposed to happen. It's not happening now. That players would play the same seed with the same ship, and then there was a formula based on their score and speed to determine who the victor was. And I was doing testing to see, like, between, like, how to get crew kills with this ship and what's faster. Like, are O2 kills faster than the weapon kills? And at level 1 hacking, the weapon kills were just as fast in preliminary testing. But what was interesting is hacking oxygen with level 2 or level 3 was, like, really no difference in overall speed of killing the enemies. So I was like, okay, so that isn't like a speed priority that I should go for. Hi, aid the civilian ship, chance at double rewards. Yes, please. No, thank you. I changed my mind. Please don't be an Artemis. It could. This is in weapons position 1 in 3-power weapon systems. If this is 1, it could be 2-power. They have to put the 2-power weapon in slot 1. So if this was over here in slot 2, it'd be 1-powered and a Leto. You knew it was going to be a Zoltan ship? Let's be real. I didn't. Okay, it's a Leto. That's less worse. I could, oh, you flash doors to lower oxygen. Get below 50%. Alright, didn't get below 50% in time. That's hitting as well. Okay, that's a neutral system. That's fine. I really need them in weapons more so than anything. Yeah, Zoltan shields are the bane of the Slug ship. What am I doing? What did that room do to you? So if we're below 50% oxygen, it puts this weapon on, it puts O2 on smart targeting. It makes it less likely if it's smart targeting triggers that it hits us in weapons. 3 volleys in, we're almost there. Sticky RNG. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Am I through yet? Okay. Oh, I hear a fire. Let's go ahead, vent that out. Vent it out like it hasn't already been vented. Okay. It's double NGs, which is kind of gross, but now we only need this. All right, now we can start fixing things. Sticky RNG. That was a fun conversation to be a part of. Oh. No, 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 you should totally go in there and help. I don't even know if we'll get a crew kill because NGs just repair so quickly. 2 times repair speed versus like most other crew. And now there's 2 in there, so. So no, if a room has hacking on it, which hacking did not need this. Like, it's amazing that it has it. So hacking reverses whatever's happening in the system. So instead of weapons charging, weapon charges are depleted. Instead of oxygen filling the ship, oxygen is taken out of the ship. Instead of shields being full, they're drained. Okay. You also get control of the doors, so they had to fight through their own doors to get into the room. That can make doing repairs difficult because they have to fight to get into the room. The third thing is they actually have the repair speed going on inside the room. So Mantis, which takes, you know, like 25 seconds to do a repair, now takes 50 seconds. No. Oh, yeah, whatever. Don't need a crew kill all things. 16, 8, nice. All right, nobody's health really needs reset. Oh, that worked out actually pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That's annoyingly close. See, part of me thinks it's just so forward that it's probably good. All right, we'll take the quest first. We can always bounce back. And get a better look to see if the jump is good. Free reactor? Boo. Nah, free reactor's fine. Boy, that's silly close. I'm inclined to think that it's okay, but I'm also inclined not to take the risk. Because I don't really have a measuring. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We put it like just there. This is one of those, I'm not going to take the risk because it's just too close and I don't need to take the risk. We had a decent Sector 1. Yeah, I actually do think it's safe too. But I don't have consistency in terms of like the sizing of my windows. So I always have like a bad read on it. I think it's fine. I think it'll just clip this, but I'm not gonna risk it. Sure. Yep. Sultan controller rep. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so there's only 1.5 stores in this sector. But they're not going to be in Nebula. Rebel sectors have a lot. Oh, that's going to be the store. These sector layouts. So we want to see as many beacons as possible in the hopes of finding the store. Yeah, what do I want to choose? A ship that I can't interact with? Or, like, auto scouts and disruptors? Running away. Finding bacon. I can't let this fire. I should pause if I'm doing this. Okay. If all the rooms are connected on the auto ship, like scouts or surveyors, they can only max out at level 2 piloting. FYI. $9? Woohoo! Store. Alright, there's still a possibility of another store, so I don't want to, like, worry about that. This is the layer that tends to have higher engines. That could be. So, Mike, do I have it there? So, Mike's guide to, like, FTL. Oh my gosh, no. No! Has, like, a breakdown of the ranges of what ships are allowed to have on a sector-by-sector basis. It's coded for hard mode only. Cloaking. Drones. I really don't want drones. Because, like, the defensive drone doesn't protect our weapons, so that's not great. I guess we take the pike beam if we're, like, forced to hacking shields to set up the pike beam. I guess that makes sense. There is a burst laser 3, yeah. All right, so like I said, we're talking about knowing how to upgrade your ship, where you're supposed to be. So Sector 1, Sector 2, enemies are going to max out at 3 power in weapons, and generally you're only going to have 1 shield bubble. There are some exceptions in Sector 2 with 2 shielded ships, like elites can have them, the NG bombers can sometimes roll them, and pirate surveyors can roll it as well. So you have to be mindful that those things can occur, but mostly you're just fighting 1 shielded ships. Once you get to the Sector 3, you're going to start seeing 2 shielded ships, and then Sector 4, you're actually going to immediately start seeing like 3 shielded ships. Okay? So I want weapons that are going to be able to scale to compete so that I'm able to, you know, disrupt, hurt, kill, win against enemy ships. So because we already have hacking, we have the option of like hacking shields, which means kind of like any weapon setup we have can potentially hurt enemy ships. But I guess we just take the pike beam. This is incredibly slow, incredibly power hungry, and really expensive. It's expensive to get all the upgrades and everything. It's really not worth it. Pike beam kind of makes the most sense here if, again, we are forced to do shield hacks. The question is, am I also going to grab battery? So I'm okay with having, like... And then the other thing is, like, defensively. So on most ships, you're kind of gotta rush, like, 2 shields. It's gonna make you a lot more secure in a bunch of fights. And then, like, once you kind of get to, like, Sector 3, generally I'm on, like, 2 shields and hacking, or, like, 2 shields and really, really good fast weapons, or, like, 2 shields and cloaking, or 2 shields and a Zoltan shield. Do I take the battery? So the cost here is, if I grab the battery, we run into another store, like, I'm going to be that much farther away from getting cloaking online, but I don't think cloaking should be my priority right now. It's really just to get this weapon online. And then hacking online. And then, so I need another 35 scrap from what I have. With this many jumps, we'd probably get that. So let's grab the battery then, because that'll cover my reactor cost for a bit. We're at above 14 fuel, so we're definitely good on fuel. 12 drone parts is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just get a buffer here then, so my weapons are online. And commit myself to getting those upgrades. Hi. Okay, we're gonna hit them immediately so they don't try to board us. And again, good old Masala maneuver. Masala Swede, one of the multitude of strats Masala came up with. So if there's 3 crew in the enemy ship, you mind control and hack weapons. And this will always guarantee that they do 1 system damage. It used to be guaranteed that they would always take down, like, the slowest charged weapon, which is almost normally, like, the 2-powered weapon. There's been some variants. So it's not as consistent as it used to be. All right, so we can vent them. That's not a problem. And now, then there's like, so like this is another thing we were talking about, like players and like, I do the same thing that the other person does and I don't understand why it doesn't work. So like, I think if I mind control them, like nothing really happens. But because this system needs to be repaired, the AI has like this prioritization on like what systems they defend, but really it's like crew are supposed to be in certain positions. So once I mind control this person, the AI goes, oh, there's supposed to be somebody fixing this room. They're supposed to be doing repairs. That's the current #1 priority. And that will thus bring the pilot to take that position, and then they'll fight just because they're in the same room. All right, you go back. Okay, 52 health. Double repair is a bit of an issue. And we're getting bored again. And we mind control them. Goal. GG's. Next, crew dead. You're able to take the extra fuel out of storage. So this is a crew kill reward, where you don't get any drone parts or missiles, but you get high fuel and high scrap rewards. Am I taking that distress? 1, 2, 3. Sure. Again, I'm not really banking on getting 150 scrap for cloaking. Yeah. You can have some fuel. Sure, why not? 13 is like my floor when it comes to fuel. With some very rare exceptions. Like, I know there's 2 stores left in this sector that I haven't seen, and we're like 3 jumps from finding them, so. Alright, chain laser. Again, we're just gonna masala here. So the problem is if they had 4 crew, the 4th crew in shields would in fact replace weapons, because the priority is you piloting 1, engines 2, weapons 3. So like I said, once they get mind control, the other crew are like, oh, there's supposed to be somebody in weapons doing something. And then everything else is just patience. It's really tempting not to shoot the room because this is probably more annoying than that weapon. Okay, 40 health and 67 health. An FTL? That can't be right. So, some people might panic here, and they're like, oh, I gotta try and shoot them and cause a fire before they get out of the room. That's cool. This crew is not gonna heal. It'll heal as it walks through the med bay, but its health is not low enough in this setting. So there's a calm state, and then there's this state. A calm state is if there's nothing wrong with the ship, like it's basically, and there's no boarding involved, as soon as the crew is like down to 99 health, they just immediately run to the med bay and heal. However, if there is system damage, and there's like repairs or there's boarders, it goes to 25% of what their health is. I really just don't want that landing in my weapons and slowing things down. Alright, we'll let them fix it a little bit faster. Now that the system... So you're like, why do I have to wait for them to do the repair? Because if the room is completely broken and we mind control them, the person mind controls like, well, there's nothing to do in here, and then they leave the room. And this is the room we want them to fight in. Oh my gosh, they healed so much. Okay, that might be like a level 2 medbay then. Now they're gonna try to heal. I might shoot the medbay here because... Oh, it was only level 1. I guess they went through it once and twice. Yeah, we're gonna mind control them so they don't get that repair. I figured I could hit them once, but they were gonna go in here and they would heal up. And I needed to hit them twice for them to die, so that would have been a net negative, but there we go. Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3. Let's find the source of a distress call. It's a small research station. Appears a small laboratory fire got out of small control and is threatening to destroy the small station. Their small fire suppression system is not small responding. I'll take the possible hit. That was a negative. -1 scrap. Actually, -1 scrap until next sector, and then it's going to be more. Repairs start costing more money. It is a store. So if I didn't buy the battery and I didn't buy the weapon upgrade, that would have been 35 plus 25. Still would not have been enough for cloaking. But I'm willing to look for a weapon that's good. Maybe do some repair and charge. That's a good weapon. Cool. Alright, so I just need 15 scrap to get 2 weapons online. Can do, will do. Unless we get forced into against a bunch of Zoltan ships, but that's not immediate death for us. Prepare for a fight. Betrayal. Oh! Save the precious drone part there. Good job. All right, 1, 2, 3. So technically we go like 1, 2, 3. Forward scout. Ew. All right. Well, ship is really gross. What are you hacking? My battery. Okay. Less gross now because they're not hacking anything of danger, but they could have. They're gotta have a repair bot or an anti-personnel bot. Maybe it's just like, maybe we should just shield hack Pike being here. That's probably the smartest bet. I'm gonna turn off my drone so it stops mid-flight, because that's how physics works. So their anti-projectile is gonna miss. Yeah, repair bot seems super likely. Just kill. Repair bot and a clone bay and them running. Like, I don't have the time to really try and pick them apart. A repair bot will fix everything. Essentially, it's like an NG. Hilaria, hello! Boop. Welcome on board. Hope you are doing well. Intruders on board. Rude. The rudest. We actually haven't been doing particularly amazing scrap-wise. We've gotten no free items. What's happening in my I think in my last 2 runs, I've gotten no free items in like the first 3 sectors. And considering the amount of crew kills we've been doing, that's a bit odd. Alright, what are my options for next sector? Zoltan homeworlds are rock controlled. Oh, well, I really don't want to go Zoltan, because the Zoltan shield prevents me from hacking or mind controlling them. And that's really not fun. Rock control is like, they'll have like cloaking and some boarding, which isn't as bad. Interestingly, how cloaking is not as bad as Zoltan shield, but we're forced into Nebula. But it is a Nebula 4, so it could be Slug. Slug sectors only start showing up in Sector 4. But in terms of like ships I can more easily interact with, it's got to be rock controlled. Instant store. That's right, I did buy another weapon. So upgrade to weapon 4. Next upgrade will be here, but we got a commercial break, so we run 3-minute ads every hour to get rid of like pre-rolls, and also take the opportunity to get up, stretch, whatever you need to do. So we'll be back in 3 minutes. See you then. Always pause. All right, we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, we've gotten no free items. Defeated 12 ships. I don't know if that's good or bad. That was a really weird rebel sector, because normally you run into like a bunch of ships, and rebel sectors are like pretty high scrap typically. Okay, so for this sector, we have 2 shields and hacking as like our like defensive system. So I'm pretty okay with that. I would like to get to hacking 2, and ideally if we find cloaking in this sector as our last system, that'd be cool. It's gonna be a little bit sketch. We're looking at, I mean, cloaking itself is 150 scrap, and oh no. Okay. It's possible the store is buried, and we're gonna miss out on jumps. Do I have to route through the store to see the sector too? Oh, that's really gross. Okay, yeah, there's almost no shot then I'm gonna get cloaking, unless like I get just a bunch of free stuff here. So we'll just prioritize getting hacking 2 online. The layout is just really gross. Hi. Not actually dangerous, but only 1 shield. I guess the bomb could hit weapons, but in that case, I still have the charge. Let them fight on their side. Mind control. Okay, send you, send NG, put you back, and you back. Alright. So that meant the NG was just doing repairs as soon as it entered the room. It's just a slight efficiency thing. Okay, there's probably something on fire, but it's in a room with no systems. Okay, so it's up there. Of course. Yeah. What? Level 3 oxygen? Oh, that's not allowed. Oh well. Okay, good job. You get to live, I guess. Fire's in my O2. I do like the rock music. I like most of the music. Okay. So I had to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I can even do that. I think we kind of just pretend like all of these jumps are dead. Sometimes sector layouts are not your friend. 2 shields. Artemis missile. And 4 crew. Alright, so Masala's not gonna work here because they have 4 crew. We know it's an Artemis because slug ships only have Artemises, breach missiles, and fire bombs. Oh, good dodge. Cool. Okay, well, we're now in control. And now we have to take our time. We don't have to, but I would. I will. I shall. Again, just try and get killer kills, tap into higher scrap rewards. So another little thing about FTL is the early sectors are the most dangerous sectors, particularly sectors 1, sector 4. Because in sector 1, you just haven't fixed whatever glaring weakness almost all the ships have. Or you could just run into something like, you know, Zoltan Shields in an asteroid field or solar flare. Oh, double repairs not allowed. Oh, right, 2 shields. There we go. And then Sector 4 is just because it tends to, like I said, it jumps up to like 3 shields, and that can be a pretty big strain on trying to get your weapons to scale. Hello, 4 life. Hello, welcome. Would you like to be an NG? It's the only one I have available, so it's gonna have to work. 28, and oh, great, they didn't survive, so we got more money. Hooray! Welcome on board. All right, let's go level 2 here then. That makes a lot of sense. So we can be more disruptive of their ships. We can now... So at level 1, if we were hacking shields, it's only like a 50-50 that we actually bring down both shield bubbles. So we upgrade to level 2 so that we have like that option of just being able to hack down their shields for us consistently. That in fact actually will bring down level 3 shields. And then mostly we're just going to be holding on to money at this point. Do I take 1 damage potentially from the burst? Oh yeah, I have to keep protecting my weapons. Because my weapons are slow, and if we take any damage to the weapons, I can't do anything. We'll just go for the full duration. Cool. So, like, in situations of hacking weapons, sometimes you don't want to do the full hack, because what you're trying to do is desync their weapons. So, like, if they have a weapon that fires at 11 seconds and a weapon that fires at, like, 12 seconds... What you do is you wait until the 11-second weapon fires, and then you hack it so that it delays the 12 from firing. And that way your shields are, like, more likely to be able to be, instead of, like, being hit with 5 shots, which will go through your 2 shields, it's, you get 2 shots and you're safe, and then it's 3 shots against your shields, and much, much, much safer. But if you do like a really long hack, you can sometimes kind of just allow the weapons to resync. Rocks are so slow. And they have autopiloting? Hmm. Fight, 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 fight. Bum, 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 bum. In my head, they actually fight along with the beat. Alright, this needs to be shot 1 time. This one needs to be shot 2 times. Weapons generally just do 15 times their base damage. There's a couple exceptions. Anti-bio beam is just a flat-out 60. Small bomb. Small bomb just so firebomb is 30 crew damage, and breach 1 is 30. I think those are the only exceptions. The resist. How much health are you at? Oh my god, 1 HP in a dream. Nice. 429. Intruders on board. Enjoy the lack of oxygen. Giant missile, but no cloaking. That's good. And we can masala. If it takes down the slowest weapon, then we get a safe fight very easily. They didn't. Yeah, so like here, this is clearly the slowest weapon. Because what, this is like a Hermes or whatever, and this is 13 seconds, Hermes is 14 seconds. Because I'm trying to be better about my weapon timings. And this one should have been the weapon that came offline. If the slowest weapon went offline. So they had like an update a little, was it 2 years ago? And it kind of messes with how they swap weapons. Value. No. No, we're doing very much the same thing we just did the previous fight. The rocks have a lot of health, so it's going to take us a while to get through it anyways. Just kind of speeding up the process. It's like on a case-by-case basis. You saw in the earlier fights, we really just let them beat each other up to get them on low in health before shooting them. But we have a considerable amount of hull to play with before they... And that's like a thing. Like, if you're doing crew kills, it's a thing you want to think about, like, at the start of the fight. And sometimes, like, you were thinking you weren't gonna get one until an opportunity presented itself. And it's like, oh, okay, I can actually get one here. Because, like, a fire happened. But you don't want to, like, fight a long time to get, like, neutral and do a bunch of hull damage and then be like, oh, maybe I'll try and go for a crew kill. Because, like, that's probably just too late. One, two. I like drum parts, please. Hey, it's a store. Okay. Can I get 40 scrap this jump? One, two, three, four. Probably go 5, 6. We could sell a weapon by cloaking if it was here. It is not here. Hi. Okay. So we've seen both stores in this sector. There's not going to be another one. There could be one at the start of early at the next sector. I am fighting out the temptation to just go, like, buy the flak, buy the burst, and then dump the chain and the pike, even though we've basically only used the pike for one fight. Because that would give us a 12-second volley instead of having to wait for 16 seconds. I definitely think we swapped this out for the flak. It's just +1 projectiles without having to do any other upgrades. And technically makes this a little bit faster because the pike would generally be waiting for this to fire. But do I need to technically sell it? I technically don't need to sell it. Unless I want to start pushing for shields 3. Ba-bum. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having, like, endgame weapons right now. The only issue is I might want to upgrade weapons again, and that's 125 scrap, and that's really, really far away. And now it's significantly less far away. I like being better at 9 drone parts. I don't think I can afford to do another weapon swap. Alright, so we get +1 projectiles without having to do much of anything. Like, if we upgraded a weapon, that would cost us more money. Again, next sector we're going to be dealing with, like, 3 shielded ships. So I kind of want to know what the next sector is. Like, in terms of enemies, if it's... Okay. Oh, no, next sector is... It's Force Purple. Okay, we have enough fuel to get through it. Alright, let's just go. We won't do any upgrades, because I don't need upgrades now. I want... Like, I'll get to the next sector, see how much scrap I have, and then try and figure out the most efficient way to use it. I guess we'll battery a little bit early. Okay. Get control of the fight. Hey, you boarded me. Okay, you're at 76 health. That's too many shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of want them to go back, but unfortunately I'm going to have to drop their health a lot. I don't kind of want them to go back. I do want them to go back. Okay. So we're now waiting for this to come off cooldown so that this one comes to board us. And then we can kill that one, shoot this one. A little bit of a dance. Give me my crew kill. 31 bucks. Nice. Good money. You also may notice I'm not buying a lot of reactor. It's pretty typical. I try to use micro, moving my power around to make up for below average reactor. Like most players will like quickly be like, oh, I don't really need to power my medical unit. And then another comment is like, I don't need my oxygen on the whole time. But yeah, you can see I'm essentially running 4, 5, 6, 7 light, but I have a battery that makes up some of it, and then, like I said, micro for the rest. Promise to share the truth, they've been denied. I always get this wrong of late. Like, there's a guaranteed fight, and then there's, like, a chance to get, like, a crew. 1 is the guaranteed fight, 2 is, like, 2 times nothing, and then 1 chance for a crew. Okay, yeah, so it's just 1. It's just 1. Your god told you to join my crew. Well, that's rude. We're on a mission from God. Kind of don't want to use a drone part if I don't have to. So I was gonna have 2 shields up for this, so I have to get through my 30 evasion and then the flak's inherent inaccuracies. The only problem with this is because I don't have this hacked, I don't know where their weapon repairs is. It's 0. Also, it used to be that fires would reset repairs. It no longer does that anymore. Like, the repair will hold as they put out the fire. It's kind of annoying. That was weird that the pilot didn't join in. They should have. All right, before the impact, max evasion. Go ahead, put that back into the flak. And that's how you find a reactor where it doesn't, maybe doesn't look like it exists. So we had max shields and max evasion throughout that attack by them. And all we did was we lost a fraction of a bit of charge time on the flak. But it enables me to run 2 reactor lower than what one normally would, which means I'll have that much more scrap when going to a store. Double KO. Boom. Hey, free stuff. Nice. Game had been lacking on giving me freebies. My beloved. I love Small Bomb. That's it. I think it's... I think it might actually be S tier. Like, it's just so strong in 4 weapon setups. It has such a good amount of flexibility. It can really carry you through, like, the early game. Like, if things are just bad, you just small bomb their weapons. Like, it's 1 power. Doesn't matter how many shields they have. Alright. Stress them back. We will totally be careful. Alright. All in all, pretty good sector. We lucked out that we were able to get to the store. Slugs, good stuff. Hey, I'm alright. And now, like I said, we can... Oh, immediate store? Just sell me cloaking? Just sell me cloaking and we win? I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with just winning. Sick. What tier is S tier? So I think it's like something that's just like basically universally good outside of like niche builds. But really, it's all about like the early sectors. And again, opinions will vary. Because like there's like a lot of really discussions about, say, like cost. You know, like if you get something for free, well that technically should just be S tier because it's free. It's either free money or a free weapon. That's massive. You know, most runs don't get like a lot of burst laser 2s because they're so expensive. Burst laser 1s are, I think, more common because it's just easier to get online. They're also less rare, and that's why flaks are common and really good. So it tends to, for me, I think it's like advanced flak, flak, 1, burst. Is that really it? Like, Halberd Beam has, like, kind of awkwardness at the early game, but it absolutely kills ships. But you still need, like, another weapon online. Or hacking. Sometimes it's, like, kind of cost prohibitive to get other things to work with it. I wish I could buy another drone part. Alright. Yeah, we should probably buy reactor now. Yeah, we have everything now. So we just got into the first jump of Sector 4. We have endgame weapons. We have endgame systems. I wouldn't mind another crew. I just need money. Just need a little bit of money. Let's go find it. Do those connect up top? Aha. Oh, those are good weapons. Okay. And we can solve this. Pfft, reactor. Reactor. Just need Kazakh. Alright, let's not get that missile online. You don't need that. It's a terrible idea. You're gonna bring that missile back online? We should bring the mini beam back online. That sounds far more reasonable. Yeah, you're a jerk. You're just a jerk. Oh, the Zoltan turned it off. Ha ha ha. Awesome. Yeah, I don't need to worry about missiles. Totally arms. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. Yoink. No, I always wonder why exalted explosions don't damage the room. I don't know. I guess they're like the rooms are even coded by it, like an EMP. It can kind of mess up because they do power systems, and you can sometimes like trick them into like dropping shields or screwing up their cloaks or mind control, which is really fun. I'm good, but thank you. Kinda just want to get ahead of the fleet pursuit. You arrive near a distress beacon signal. You track the distress beacon with difficulty to one of the six. One of the 6 moons of the planet hidden in the nebula. Investigate. As you drift closer, you're contacted by a slug marooned on the moon's surface. I shall join your crew, say I, if you can answer this simple question. How many moons are there in orbit here? Dragon 6 with 6. Dern says 24. That's not even one of the answers. It's not. Was it 6 or was it 11? That is correct. You surprise me. Human, is it? No. Look, there's no humans on our ship. What do you mean we're humans? Yes, we can be partners. I don't remember. All right, fair enough. Oh, we're dropping bars. Let's go. But also, yeah, total. There are no humans on board. What do you? There are a couple of those things. There's like an event where they're like, a missile fires across your bow, and then you fight a ship that has no missiles. Or you have a ship with no sensors, and you like get the O2 event. Oh, welcome on board. Auto. I think it was 7 moons. Alright, now I know you're just messing with me. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what? You're a human. That's what they sense. You're the human they're talking about. Duplicitous, can't be trusted human. Store. I'm not going to you. Making Badger happy. We can easily patch up to ask if you would like payment. They lied. Coffin ship. Okay. Was not expecting that. They dodged my shot so that I would hit their heavy laser shot. This is aptly called a coffin ship because they have no door to their oxygen room. There isn't a door. What are we doing on weapon training? Oh, we're getting close. Love to see it. Like if they were to try to run, we could use a drone part here, but... Should be fine. We could hack piloting here so they couldn't get into the piloting system. If they got anywhere close to being able to do repairs. 20 minutes from now. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was 4 moons. I'm on to you. Oh. Whew. Okay, that power. I probably could get away with it. We do one more reactor, then we'll get this level 2. We'll get this up to level 4, so our cloaking's 100%. And now we just do this, so we can just lock him out of weapons. I'll make up the power somewhere. Hey, it's another coffin ship. Much scarier one. Okay, congratulations. We are definitely hacking your weapons here first. Artemis missile and 3 shots. No, thank you. Okay, Artemis missile in 1 shot. Let us cloak. Okay. Level 3. Boo. How, like, where's the trust? You think I would commit some sort of atrocity? We will not accept surrender. Oh yeah, never accept surrenders to slugs. So what's funny is, like, in Slug Homeworlds, the Slug Homeworld quest is you have to accept a surrender offer, but you can't tell if it's actually part of the quest or just one of these, like, just offer you, and they will give you just the garbage, the most awful. It's like, oh, here's the refuel in Sector 6. It's like, what? No. I don't think so. We get shields training. Dual skilled Kylaria. And now we just wait. That's all I can do. Just wait. Wait for them to die. Can't really shoot them because it's possible my flak clips something important. We could small bomb them, but that's not necessary. We'll hack the weapons, then we'll cloak a volley. If it comes to that. But it won't. Also, Slug music's very good. Also, Slug music is very good. Store. Yeah, I was gonna go to that anyways. Cool. I am kind of using my missiles. Here, you can have 5. You know, your neighbor asks you for a cup of sugar, some missiles. You gotta help them out there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these are more jumps this way. Totally attacking you. Betrayal. Alright, so if they have 1 damage done to their weapons are useless. What level of mind control do they have? Level 1. Because there's no health boost, we know it's only a level 1 mind control. For every 15 HP above normal they have, that's an additional level of MC. At level 1 mind control, you basically just have to tank 2 punches, and you're done. But that will result in them distracting them long enough that the system will not break. There we go. That's it. We're done. We can ignore it. Is it a long enough walk? Let's find out. Is it only 2? Yep. It did work, though. This is actually far enough for them to walk that it delays them from actually being able to do that. Overcautious me? Hey, there are times where I'm also like, oh, I don't know how much health that crew actually had. Maybe we'll just do like an extra punch. Fight, 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 fight. Now they do have this. That is kind of a problem. Level 3? Shut up! My problem is I can't mind control the slug. Can't do it. Will not accept surrender. Yeah, I just kind of don't think I'm going to be able to get a crew kill because of the slug here. I mean, I can do that, so that's distracted. Free training experience, let's go. It's like 100 seconds for them to run out of O2. It has not been 100 seconds. I could small bomb here just to buy myself a little bit more time. Ah, the Slug's going to do that repair. That's not great. No, if they repair Clone Bay, then it's also over. I don't know. Let's see what level piloting they have. I really don't want to use small bombs for this crew kill, but I also want the crew kill. Okay, so they're low enough on oxygen that they're prioritizing that as the repair. Oh, they got the weapons back online? Hey! I got a reactor now. I guess I'll put you here. Living battery. Yeah. And it's kind of nice. We can run them up here to steal reactor from those systems when they're in their cooldown, lockdown animations. So that's neat. Neat. You're hacking. Okay, so they got a breach missile, and the both their weapons are annoying. That has a name. Yeah. Battery. Batman. I don't know. Dangling right now? I think I actually have it dangling him out. From E-Lad. Yeah. I got dangles. Look at that. Dango. Okay. So I am going to need a hack for this, so... Slug borders. Send them out, send them out. You here. Try and limit how much HP damage they're taking. I should have waited till they were out of piloting, just like cloak it if the ions become an actual problem. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Wasted a bomb. Oh, level 1. I'm sorry. I wanted that. Okay, so each repair is 12.5 seconds. They run out of oxygen in 100 seconds, but it's doubled because of hacking, so it's going to take them 50 seconds just to repair the ion. So there's no way they even get this repaired on time. Wait, breach is 3 power. You're not... Well, if they get the breach missile online, we can just always cloak breach missile, so... Though I don't have 100% evasion. Maybe that's the next thing we should try to do, is just get to level 4 engines, so we have 100% cloak. Or 100% evasion when we're cloaking. It's probably like a decent call to make. Oh. I forgot. I should have just used the pike beam there. Oh well. Mistake. Misplay. Send somebody to assist her in repairs. If I had a Mantis, if Chorus Sigma decided to show up, they haven't, I don't know. We would have a nice blue option here. Okay, borders and a fight, lose crew and a fight, but we have a clone bay. Okay, I was just double checking. As soon as you board your ship, the hostile intentions become clear. Despite being outnumbered, your crew are able to break free of the slug trap. Fight back to the airlock. You pull away from the enemy ship, but not before a few slug make it on board. Small slug trap, that's right. Another coffin ship. Nice weapons, though. Gotta respect the weapons here. Hey, Faith. Eek. Running! Haha! Cut them off at the pass. Learning from our mistakes. Yeah. Oxygen, some oxygen. Add you to the list. The NG has already been spoken for, but if we find another one, always welcomed on board. Actually, I should have swiped through here and here, because that's really delays them, because they'll prioritize fixing shield, so they had to punch through the door, fix the shield, then punch the door and do the other repair. Takes more time. Just like that. Yeah, we're at Sector 4, well, near the end of Sector 4. I don't know, it was a pretty straightforward run. Sector 3 rock was really, really good, though. When I thought it was going to be really bad because of the layout. Oxygen is a component of carbon dioxide, which is causing global warming. Ipso, turn so. Oxygen is bad. That's what I say. People get addicted to O2. It's really sad. Yeah, okay. I'll still rock the small bomb for a bit. What weapons do I want to finish with? Like... What I should say is I want a, like, one-shot build, which is essentially, like, 3 beam weapons that will one-shot the flagship, and that, because that's just, like, the easiest way. You just don't even have to really interact with the flagship. And then, like, add a pre-igniter so we get through, like, the Zoltan shield quickly enough. But normally it's, like, I'm pretty happy with, like, 2 projectile weapons, a beam weapon, and then, like, small bomb. Or, like, something that just, like, helps enable crew kills. Ideally, it's just like flak 1, burst 2, halberd beam, and then like small bomb is just kind of like a general, and then flexibility in terms of what those weapons are. But like we have a winning setup. This is should be no problem dissecting the flagship with what we currently have. Addiction destroys families, careers, and also families. True. Totally fend for ourselves. Combat 2. That's a bit of a damper. I almost want to hack drones here. Oh, I could have just... I know. I'm being silly. Nope. Get micro paused. Okay. also probably the wrong weapon setup for what I'm doing here. It should not be the pike beam. Yoink! Cool, it is only level 1. Heck your drone. Okay, I think you're at more health. So we'll move you into that room. You'll be... And we'll kill you in the clone bay. That works. That also works. $39. War crime. NG or NG Homeworld? I'll go NG just mostly because I have better options coming out from it. All right. I'm a little bit short getting weapons online. Oh, immediate store. I should probably swap to get this setup going. So it's 5 shots in the pike beam. We can farm up money for the store because we're just done. Normally I don't. No one's like, I want to hit the store so that I'm not wasting jumps. Like, oh, I'll farm up for the store and then find out that it's garbage. And then the fleet pursuit is here and I try and find the second store. But that's not the case right now. I mean, I can sell the small bomb, sure. Plays with the heavy laser. It's fine. It's not the worst. Really? I mean, it is what it is. Secure. Cool. Store. This will be a quick sector so far. Continued. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, well, Small Bomb, you did your job. This can get crew kills for us, and even if we don't, I have doors, I have crew. Get some consumables. Free damage buffers. And a reactor. Neat. I know, I suppose we could just, like, dive every sector, too. Yeah, I didn't need it to be anything, though. Hello, Monty. How's the run been? I mean, a little low scrap in the first 2 sectors. And, like, no free stuff. But, it's like, Sector 3 was really good, and we had unofficially won it by Sector 4. Monty also wants to be a Mantis. There's a bit of a list. It's a bit of a line. Terrible decision to walk home instead of calling cab like a normal person. Oh no. Okay. Your weapons get hacked. Congratulations. Come back to that in a second. Oh, no, now we've gotten free stuff. Now, like I said, we got no freebies in the first 2 sectors? First 3 sectors? 2 sectors. Yeah, the first 2 sectors we had nothing for free, and then Sector 3 we got a small bomb and a charger, FTL recharge booster. But now we've gotten 2 free heavy laser ones, so... Boarded by Mantis. A crew? One or two. That's fair. All right. Oh, did I? I didn't have my shields up at all. Okay, that's fair. I was just not paying attention. That's funny. Cosmetic damage. Yeah, I guess free damage there. Okay, you help out. You get mind control. They're all good. We haven't gotten any humans yet. How much health are you at? You need 2 swipes, so if I do this, if I swipe through you, you will run to the med bay. Okay. So I still have the 2 hits. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so shot misses. Heyo. Alright, note to self. Have shields up. Have shields up when you don't want to get shot by lasers. A lot of punching there. Alright, I'll try to farm up money, go to a mantis sector, and buy 2 mantis, okay? I'll try. So why did I not hit the second one? So the next one, the other one was at exactly 25 HP. Actually, it wasn't exactly 25 HP. It was 25 point something HP, because like combat has decimal points at the end of it. If I had swiped through it with the pike beam, they would have taken 15 points of damage, and that would have triggered its non-com state to go and heal in the med bay, which had already had the doors that I have hacked punched by the mantis before it. So instead, I knew that if I just did the swipe through the current mantis and not it, it would stay in the room instead of going to the medical, and that I still had 2 hull left to shoot it dead. Thus, I had to 0 concerns I would actually get into the med bay. Now, this is going to take an hour. Yeah. Okay, 1 crew dead. I can let them punch the doors down, that's like fine. Oh, I forgot about the ads. Get through this fight, and then we'll do a break. Oh, betrayal! So we're just trying to kill off as much of their crew or weaken them before we actually have to do any hull damage here. Pirate ships can run away. Just the interesting thing is these are the only two crew that can be MC'd. Oh, the NG's not even gonna go fight? Okay. Gotta be close to dead here. They were. Okay. Alright, we're gonna take a break, run the ads, come back, finish out the run. Thanks everybody for the hanging out. See you on the other side. Boop. back. Alright, I have to farm up. Well, also I should get an NG Faith, so that's... How much scrap are NGs to buy? Are they 60? So I need to float like 180 scrap to buy crew. Is that accurate? Should get hack level 3, just to be extra certain. Oh, hi, free stuff. You're looking for a less incompetent captain. Too bad. We can dive, doesn't matter. Ooh, it's a slaver ship! Chat! Oh, it should... Oh, board Faith. Oh, I'm gonna have to jettison the Zoltan if I want to get 2 Mantis on board. That's a terrible decision that we're apparently gonna be making. Oh, okay. So Pike is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 8 is enough. That's a one-shot. Hull beam is 9, 9, then 8 against the flagship. So we could just one-shot all the ships the rest of the way. Well, not all the ships, but we could one-shot the flagship. It's still a little bit spooky against other ships. We're gonna go all beams. Beam! This won't always work against, like, lesser ships, which is a little bit spooky. You just love flak? Oh, yeah, no. I mean, like, we had winning weapons. Double flak with double beams would be kind of okay. I probably would rather just go, like, double flak, beam, in the heavy. Just so, like, I have the ability to do, like, targeted damage against a room. I'm keeping this for backup. Oh, another store. Well, I can't go to that store. That would not be wise. Normally we hack weapons here. Okay, so we have the pike beam, then we have the pike beam, and then we have the hull beam. Should be good. Hooray! Zoltan or slugs? This is the only quote-unquote problem with, like, the one-shot builds is you kind of get locked in, but it's fine. No more crew kills. No more crew kills. Can't the flagship counter hacking with drones? We can get our hacking past them. It's known as the hack bypass maneuver, or the hack cheat. But yeah, no, we can slip it past all the defense drones if we so wish to. And I wish to. Hail them! Hi! Yeah, see, these kinds of ships are not great. So what you can do, this won't be like the best example, right? So here's your drone, it's coming in to hack the system, and then it tries to shoot it. And when it does, it's anticipating where your drone goes. So you depower it, and it stops. And so now the shot that gets fired, where it was trying to hit where the drone was going, misses. Now it's too early. And then you just put the system back on. Actually, I think I kind of want this. It's a couple beats. I'm not paying attention at all. Okay, that's poorly played, but... Okay, so pike here, full beam. Like, I don't have a one-shot here. That, and then heavy also into weapons. Just to, like, make the fight better, because I didn't actually look at it. Like, if we had a Zoltan shield at this point, like, we would be completely fine. Not having Zoltan shield means I do have to pay attention to actually interacting with enemy ships. That's the second time I just did not pay attention to enemy weapon loadouts potentially being damaging. Contact. Woo, money! Quest in store. All the beans. How's it going, Kieran? Promise to deliver the cargo, take the cargo, and drop it off by a nearby station. Can I get a mantis from this? Okay. You receive a crew member, so it could be just a random crew member. Alright, I mean, we'll try to find a mantis, right? That was not a mantis. Also no mantis. No pre-igniters, no nothing like that. Okay. Venting on 7? Maybe. Advanced FTL navigation. That's pretty worthless here. Okay. We continue. There's actually going to be 2 more stores in this sector. Would you like payment? Paying attention to the fight. Cool. Paying attention to the fight. Paying attention to the fight. 2 shots is not a concern. But just in case. Boom, boo-doo, boom. All those systems, and all these systems. Gonna have to wait. I shouldn't need another beam, because both pike beams do 6 damage, and this deals 8 to 9 damage. So it's 6 plus 6 plus 9, 12 plus 9 is actually not enough. That's 21. The hull laser would have to actually hit to, because the flagship has 22 hull. That's right, it's 1 short. So, like, really, if we found, like, a glaive or a halberd beam, like, that would go with it and just speed it up. Like, a pre-igniter would be more beneficial just because of phase 3. You have cloaking and a glaive beam. That's kind of gross. And you hacked my O2. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I might have to get this online. Yeah, well, no, we would drop another beam. Like, the halberd beam is plus 2 damage over the pike beam. But you are correct. Yeah, it's 3 power versus 2. Do I just pre-cloak? Probably. See, the other thing about this build is that you just don't have 4. I probably need a whole laser here since I don't really have the 1 shot. It's smarter to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of bad. And that it's very bad. That shot missing means that stayed online. Yeah, so like I have like the 1 shot essentially against the flagship, but everything else I have to like interact with. Waiting. I need to move you into shield so I have this reactor here. Yep. Not safe. What is the best thing for me to do? Well, get the heavy online. I don't even think I'm going to be any mantis in this sector, so I should probably do something in semblance of like securing victories. And I have to wait for the oxygen to get back because there are 2 O2 hacking events. I mean, 4 beams would be good just to dual service ship. Yeah, no, like that would be like. So any other, like except for bio beam, like any beam weapon we pick up would be better, or like would improve us so that we deal like enough damage. It's very true. Because like I had to cloak this. And then I'm still subject to like the shots from here unless I do enough damage. Okay. Pike for 5. Pike for 5. Which is actually not optimal pikes, I think. Pike for 6. Pike for 6. Hold beam for 7. And piloting is down, so yeah. Some ship layouts are way easier to punish. Probably farm up for the store, just float beam ideas as possible. Get closer! What is wrong? We are near a store. Neat. Okay. Ha! Was already vented. See, like, these ships are technically a problem just because they have, like, they can resist. I don't think I have it. We'll just cloak, make sure our shields are up so I don't get halberd. Okay, pike through everything. That's probably more damage, but with all the resists, I just want all their systems down as much as possible. Am I? Yeah, okay, that's a discount. No. Definitely not. Very good at FTL. That is a true statement. I am good at FTL. Pretty alright at Mass Effect 3. We'll keep you on board for a bit. Your free sensors. It's a very slug ship, indeed. More vents, oh no. You say yes? Oh, right, Ghostbusters, sorry. Okay, Firebomb, Artemis, Burst. MC, no. Okay, so Pike 4, Pike 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How am I doing this? I'm going store here, store, I guess. Swiping all those weapons is very scrap hungry. Trying to also float scrap for picking up 2 crew when I don't need it. Also scrap hungry. Trying to float scrap. Okay. Well, I gotta let you do your thing, because I have no hacking. I have no way to kill the ship. So you got me there. Stay there. Stay in the room. Stay in the room and die. Stay in the room and die. Thank you. Alright, swipey swipes. That's only 4, that's only 4, but the piloting should be down for an additional 2 into... Three damage means the missile is still alive. 5 damage makes it less likely that the missile is still alive. Yeah. Fair. So hard. Yeah, because, like, the other thing is it's just there are not as many ships for Pike beam to punish like it can the flagship. That's alright. We're probably fine. We're making silly choices. Fire beam, bypass long-range scanners, firebomb. I mean, that's technically 8 damage. It's actually better. Not sorry, it's 4 damage. Plus it gives me knockbacking of shields. Six plus 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. Because I'm going to keep taking chip damage here.
Woo, let's go, Crow.
Hey, Red Dragon. Welcome back to the Murder Most Foul. Happy Halloween. Thank you for 13 months. Firebeam is just a win more here. Like, if we were the other build with, like, a couple projectiles and a beam weapon, I would use it just to kill. The crew on the flagship. Was this sector not very good? Yeah, it was okay. I have one more sector. Alright, let's see what the next upcoming sector is. Rebel or Rock? Well, sorry, we're not gonna be able to get the Mantis. That's just it's not gonna happen. Rebel is much more scrap. Rock is 2 stores, but their ships are gonna be more susceptible to beams, because like auto ships I'm just not gonna be able to interact with as much. This is more scrap in general though. But I think I'll go Rock just because of how our build is. Like, they might resist hull damage, but they're not resisting system damage. A little bit disappointing to play it this way. Fart. Need money. Prefer some money. Alright, safe fight. Okay, Pike all the things. So yeah, Pike is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so much flak. So much flak. Gun resists. Remember when I had like, what was it? Like 6 resists? No, I think I triggered like 8 resist in one go. Or 2 goes. That was really great. 38 bucks. All right, game. Come on. 38. You think 38's a lot of money? 38 is not. It's not a lot of money. Giant alien spiders. Coloria, no! Welcome back. Sector's awful. Just these like really ridiculously spread out sectors, so you just can't like scan a bunch of jumps. Like, kind of want to go through the shield room. All right, resist this. Good job. 51 scrap. There. See, that's a reasonable amount of money. That's what I expect. Store. No beam. Does have a reloader, though. Actually, reloader's pretty nice. Probably. Again, getting through the Zoltan Shields in Phase 3 is going to take me like 2 sets of swipes, so speeding that up would be cool. I would appreciate that. So yeah, also like not killing a not killing a slaver ship for high scrap rewards in sector. What was that? Was that sector 5? And instead buying an NG, it's just like a probably a minus 60 scrap right there. Sure. But then again, like the copious amounts of weapon swapping. How do we cloak? Okay, so that pike beam swipe is best. Also best. There's not like really an empty room. Just at the right time. I respect it. There you go. 54 bucks and a beam. 1, 2. I probably don't even get there in 3. So probably just going 1, 2. Though we also know that's not a store. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be. I might have missed scouting down this sector though, but that could also be the store. Shields 4 might be nice. Weapon buffer could be nice. Attempt evasive maneuvers. Woo! 45 bucks. Man, I love Rock Live Mine Event. It's so good. Wait. Strip the ship is medium scrap and potentially a fight or random. Having a slug is random. Okay, so random or random plus a fight. Yeah, I think the blue option here is bad. Yeah, I would like a free 63 scrap before an actual fight. That seems cool. Okay. Another good idea would have just been able to keep the flak, because like we cut through shields enough versus the whole laser, heavy laser. It was just cheaper to get online. I wouldn't be able to use the flak now with other decisions that I made. Makes it more interesting, I suppose. Yep. Yep. Two. Pretty safe. Yeah, I need you to fight that. Good job. Just buying all the things that I want. We have the beam drone to sell. We can come across a store. Yeah, okay. The last stand. Whew. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past the niche to security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" You explain your mission. You sent us on a mission. Your explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief among the officers. General Terzel of the NGPK speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk small or save none. All right, chat. We're gonna risk it all, but just this one time, because then they're gonna expect us to always risk it all, and that's absurd. The last stand so far, yeah. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet. It's the small rebel flagship. Small Tully responds, "It's settled. The small rebels will be here in a matter of small moments. We'll do what we can to hold up their small warships, but you must succeed in destroying this small flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and other small repair stations can provide aid as well. Small luck." Kill him, Smalls. Auto ships. Auto ships. Okay, so how we should technically do this is that's the missile weapon offline, and that's good enough. So we have 4 shields and 40% evasion against this. That's why we don't hit him in the weapons further to bring the missile back online. Like Final Fantasy, yes. This time it doesn't matter. Let's see. Spotted by the rebels. Hacking mind control. Alright. No, that's annoying. So see, here comes the 2 shots to try and take our drone down. They whiff. Gets where we need to be. Hacked never lasts long enough to actually break a system. Oh, you're trying to join the crew in oxygen. Okay. And now you're punching down this system and it's hacked, so I can't really interact with you right now. Okay, so the smart thing to do here is make sure their weapons are broken. Which we do this. Well, wait a minute. Do I have enough? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't have a one-shot. I can do 15 and then hope the heavy laser hits. Because they took 3 damage to here and their pilot leaves. So we're just going to do it this way. Which means that system will get punched down, though. Nah, I'll do it this other way. Like, either way, I'm basically going to be taking... Oh, wait, I forgot. 5... 5... Okay. Math! Oh, ships in the background. So another thing is without ships, or like not getting crew kills, if you don't get, with ships in the background, if you don't get a crew kill, you get like low rewards instead of medium rewards. Alright. Get to the flagship. Ignored. Yeah, not enough time. Kind of thing. 33 bucks. Okay. Maybe a gross reset. Prepare to fight the rebel ship. It's pretty safe. Cloak this. By the way, so the reason I'm firing my shot, my hack lasts for 9 seconds. This weapon, or lasts for 10 seconds. This thing, I'm like firing it with the reloaders at like 7 seconds, right? So I'm just using it to try and maybe knock down a shield bubble, so like all my timings work out if I'm late, because like here I was. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16. Why is it always 16? $49. Okay. Repairs. We could go engines, or we could go buffer point and weapons. I'm actually inclined to go buffer point here in weapons. Yeah. This will be fun. I would have failed so much safer. I just kept with the build that I had, Bide Fire beam, crew kill, but no, I went one shot. Choices. This is it! The Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There's no turning back. So what are you, hacking? Yeah, okay. That's hitting? Is it actually hitting and piloting? That's disgusting. Oh, it's hitting battery. Okay, so there was actually, that was the specific reason that I did not use battery power for this hack, is I knew with this hack here, I have only 90% evasion, like I wasn't going to be 100%, and if my battery got hit, like right now, it would have screwed up the hack. Okay, so 6. 6. Actually, I should have already mind controlled you. 9. Oh my gosh, I do not, that would... Not bad. Do I want more money? Sure. Damn. Restart. No! Yeah, it's whatever. I gotta get through the missile. So this might be a case again where we only actually do like 1 damage to the weapons, get the missile offline, and then they're kind of at our mercy. Let's see if it does work that way. Okay, missiles down. Pike beam. Pike beam 2. Sorry. Sorry, this run is slightly spooky. I know. I can't turn down $70. Which is terrifying because I was actually trying for that. Sometimes when making silly decisions, you gotta actually know where you're at in a run. It's a good lesson because I don't normally go for too many one-shot builds. What is... Yeah, like money-wise, we've been fine. It was just like we bought and swapped out a lot of weapons. Yeah, anyways. Should be okay. Should. You chase down the flagship, discovers heavily damaged from the previous fight, scans it, gates redirected considerable power to its drones. Get ready for a fight. Well, that's a dead bang shot. Okay. I guess. So if I pike beam through here. One, two, three, four, 5. Do I not have a 6 swipe? I don't know the swipe. So like here to here is 6. And then here to here is also 6. And then this would be again the 9. And that would just put me 1 damage away from lethal. Because 9 plus 12 is 21. I don't think there's any way I can, like... So I technically could pike 5 here. One, two, three, four. Oh, that's 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, I got it. So this is 6. This is 6. This is 9. And that's MC'd, so their evasion is 0. Math. $43. Buffer point in here. You're not certain how we keep fighting with the amount of damage it's sustained. It looks like transfer powers to teleport as well as some kind of super weapon. Be prepared. This is it. No. Alright. Let's try to kill the border. Not optimal. There's a lot of bees. Somebody else said that. Yeah. There's a couple. All right, so what we're going to do is a level 3 cloak. And ideally, the cloak lasts long enough that we cloak these missiles and the first surge. We drop our shield because the hit detection is either when it crosses the shield threshold or when it hits the room it's targeting. So by dropping our shields, we decrease the window between these missiles and the surge to make it more likely that a level 3 cloak will function. Okay, just in time. Okay. Six. No, your swipes, kids. 6. Now we have to reverse it because these two systems. And 8. GG's. Alright, Slug-a-ween! Thank you, Poker Dragon, Jago, Kylaria, hello, Agata, and Faith for joining the crew. Sorry I did not get Monty and Core Sigma on the crew. Cool. Yeah. So, like, the one-shot build was really taught to me. Like, Thomas had, like, a bunch of one-shot builds when they got their 80 win streak so long ago, previous world record holder. And I was, like, always, like, just didn't really trust him. And that's kind of why, to some extent, is, like, if the fights leading up to it can be kind of spooky. But, yeah. 57-58. Like, and we could have just, we didn't have to switch over to it. We could have just won with all the crew killing shenanigans we were doing. $44, 102, 57-58. I was in the wrong place. And then I can bring up the old stat page. This is using the what's it called again? FTL Save Game Manager. But it keeps track of your stats along the run, so you can see the free stuff that we get. So, like, according to my averages, like I said, Sector 1 is about 150 scrap in like, free stuff and items. We didn't get any free items, but we were, like, 17 plus raw scrap. This sector is, like, generally, like, 135. So we were a little bit down here, which is kind of, like, again, it's pretty surprising. Like, we killed all the ships that we came across, and we just didn't get any free items. Sometimes it happens. This is a pretty monster section, though. Like, this just made up everything, this rock sector. And like I said, we got cloaking in here. in Sector 5 or Sector 4. And we were essentially done. Like, I could have won with that build and probably actually would have been safer than how I did it. Because, like I said, there were fights where, like, if they have, like, multiple missiles, I can't do, like, that cute, like, we cloak it and take out their missile or other things. But, anyways, yeah, we got there. Cool, cool, cool. Now that's, like, I don't know, 14 wins, 15 wins in a row on the different ships. Yeah, I guess I'm back to streaking in so much. I'm just gonna keep like I'm gonna just go down the list, like just kind of do everything in order. And so like the 13 runs completed will become the 14 runs completed, will become the 15 runs completed as time goes on. So I'm currently 366 and 12 as we're working on that 14th cycling of ships. That seems good. That seems pretty all right. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I will not leave you alone, though. We'll find a raid target. Someone to drop in, say hello to. I'm sure there's people playing video games. Oh, you know I'm going to harangue Goblin Juggler.